It's the misanthropic one, aka he who hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Today I'm going to talk about more hypocrisy. Let's just start out with the legendary Ice Cube. Shout out to Ice Cube. He's made some good music over the years. I'm a big fan of his work. But he has a new track that he teased the other day called Arrest the President. And you already know where I'm going. You sure already know where that song is going. I mean, everyone's jumping on the Trump bandwagon, and it's so annoying at this point. But Ice Cube's being a bit of a hypocrite. Several reasons. He's used Donald Trump before in rhymes, especially more notably, there's a song called 3 Strikes You In off of the War disc of War and Peace, Volume 1. He says, I'm trying to be rich like Trump, you know. A lot of rappers have done this. There's been songs praising Donald Trump. I've already talked about this. Like, it's just so annoying. And this just goes to prove my point that, you know, once 2016 came around, all of a sudden he became a big ass racist. This guy at one point said TMZ rolled up on Ice Cube at one of the airports or whatever, and I think it was California. I'm assuming it is, but they roll up on him and they ask him about Donald Trump, you know, because that's the go-to question nowadays. Never mind what this person's working on, never mind anything else going on in the guy's life. Everything revolves around Donald Trump nowadays. So they ask him that shit, and he goes, he's rich. He don't give a fuck about any of us. And as he's saying that, the dude is jumping into a almost what looks like a kitted out Escalade. And I'm saying to myself, dude, you're rich. You are part of that 1%. Like, who do you think you are? You know what I mean? Like, dude, you're living way above the average everyday dude. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. You know, it's just, and nobody, you know, it's so funny. Nobody will call him out because they love him. I do too, but I mean, come on, dude. Like, at some point, you gotta look at yourself and say, yeah, I'm making money. Dude, this guy is Mr., you know, the white establishment, this, but dude, you became that. You're making Are We There Yet? And Triple X and all these movies, these Hollywood movies, and, you know, it's like, dude, come on. Like, and I have no problem with that, because that's what you're supposed to do, especially in America, where you're afforded the opportunities to do that. But at least be honest with yourself. At least say, hey, look, I made it out of my situation. Here I am now. I can do different things. I can afford to do different things and put people on and shit. That's what drives me crazy about all these so-called, you know, these guys that are super activists. You know what I mean? Especially in Hollywood. And it missed me with the whole shit that Ice Cube's always been political. I know that, but you got to put some truth in there. You know what I mean? You got to put some truth, and don't act like, you know, you're one of the everyday people. You're not. Everyone knows your name. Be honest with yourself, okay? So let me go into some of the Arrest the President lyrics, because he dropped a teaser the other day. I would play it for you, but you know, YouTube's kind of corny, and they go back and they try to address copyright and everything, so I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm just gonna go over a couple bars that this dude spit. Okay, lyrics are: arrest the president, you got the evidence, that nigga is Russian intelligence. Okay, so those are There's a couple bars there. He's rolling with the same nonsense that's been going on for 2 years. That this dude is colluding with Russia. Listen, that thing to me right now, that thing's a hoax because it's been 2 years deep. They don't have anything. It's the dumbest fucking shit ever. I mean, and then he pulled us out of NATO. I think in Germany, believe it was NATO. He pulled us out of there because they wanted protection from Russia, but meanwhile they're getting energy from Russia. So he says, well, wait a minute, like, why are you dealing with them when we're putting resources into you? It's one or the other. You know what I mean? So, all right, we'll leave that alone. When it rains, it pours. Did you know the new white was orange? Okay, so he's trying to comment on the guy's skin, which again is hypocritical, because if you're against racism, you wouldn't stoop that low as to go at the guy's complexion or whatever. Boy, you're showing your horns. They're trying to replace my halo with thorns. You're so basic with your vape stick. Let's go ape shit in the Matrix. When he's talking about the vape stick, if you watch the actual teaser, you see some of these tiki torch guys walking. So I guess he's talking about like making fun of that. Look, like Donald Trump said, there were good people on both sides of that shit. Why you people will not accept that, I don't know. It's true. You had some people that were for taking down the statue. They wanted it down, not that they wanted to be malicious. They wanted to take the statues down. Okay, great. And you had some people that believed in it as symbolism, not because they believed in slavery or none of that shit. It's the same thing with the Confederate flag. You had rappers that had the Confederate flag in videos and in pictures and shit because of where they were from in the South, not because they believed in fucking slavery. So again, Jesus Christ. Let me just move on. Ice Cube, you are part of that 1%. Stop the nonsense. I want to move on to fucking Snoop Dogg. Well, oh no, one more point before I move on to Snoop Dogg. I mean, you know, you're not going to hear too much him bashing Democrats or liberals on his CD, and miss me with the idea that his album is named Everything's Corrupt. I know it's named Everything's Corrupt. And but we all know the reason why he's doing this, he has this single out right now, is because bashing Trump is all the rage. You know what I mean? Even though it's becoming so tiresome, it's becoming so old. You know what I mean? Like, come up with something else. You know, it's watering down comedy, movies, now rap. Stop the nonsense. You're not going to hear him do that shit. I know he kind of did do that in the same song I'm referring to, where he called Bill Clinton a son of a bitch, but you know, it's going to be light compared to, you're going to hear a lot of Trump references on that album, mark my words. As for the song itself, it does sound hot, like as far as the beat, and you can tell Ice Cube still has it in him. You know, he's still flowing, right? And he still has the ability to put words together. So I can't really knock it there, but I just got to call out the hypocrisy. Now, Snoop Dogg. I've already talked about this nigga before. This Negro, oh my God. This guy gets on his fucking Instagram, takes his ass down to DC, and is smoking weed around DC. I mean, come on, man. Dude. And he's saying, you know, fuck Donald Trump. Fuck it. Dude, you're fucking 47 years old. Look, I'm not going to speak on smoking weed because I'm an advocate for legalizing weed. I'm all for that. But, dude, you're getting way too old for this type of juvenile behavior. And not to mention, there's pictures of you. I've put up the pictures before of you roasting Donald Trump, shaking his hand, this and that. Stop it. Stop it. You're acting like a fucking petulant child that hasn't got his way. A lot of these motherfuckers, all these dudes have been on a 2-year tantrum. Get over it. Move on. You know what? Since y'all want to be activists, I suggest you look at that fucking state of yours, that state, California, that's literally in the shit. I mean, there's an app that literally shows you where the shit is, because there's so much feces all over the place, because you believe in open borders, you believe in people doing drugs on the street, doing whatever the fuck they want. You're not saying nothing about those liberals that allow that type of shit, that are fucking up your own fucking state. No, you got nothing to say about that, but you're mad simply because Donald Trump ran Republican. That's it. That's all you're mad about. And I would respect you guys a lot more if you niggas just came out and say, yeah, I don't like the fact that the dude ran Republican. I would respect that, even though it's still a stupid position. But I still would respect you saying that. And, I mean, you know, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, the dude whose biggest fucking album is fucking Doggy Style. Dude, I don't want to hear it from you, dude. Both you niggas talk about shooting niggas up, dealing dope, smoking weed, and then you talk about that, and these niggas want to act like they pro-black. Like, no, dude, stop it. I'm done. All right? Rant over. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, support my shit, share my shit, like my shit, and that's it. Peace, bitches.